idol anime. I've watched a lot of them, and among them B Project was one of the first ones. I liked the characters from there a lot, and getting to draw characters I like a lot is one of my favorite activities. In today's video I'll share the process of drawing the B Project characters. If you don't know the anime, I'll also give you a basic introduction of the groups and characters as I talk about them. For this I'll go through the members. Tomohisa would be the first member. Tomohisa Kitakado is a member of the unit Kita Core and is often regarded as the Prince of B Project due to his refined demeanor and leadership skills. Despite his wealth and intelligence, Tomohisa is naive about the lives of commoners but shows a sincere curiosity and willingness to learn. He is known for his princely appearance with white hair and ocean blue eyes. While Tomohisa excels in helping others, he struggles to express his own feelings, which sometimes leads to tension, especially with his fellow member Ryuji. Tomohisa kind of reminds me of a grown-up anime version of Jack Frost, a character from my favorite movie Rise of the Guardians. I like his hair and eye color, and his hairstyle is nice as well. His facial features or eyes are not my favorite though. Other than the hairstyle, the eyebrows and eye shapes are what varies most for anime characters. I would put Tomohisa in the S tier overall. Personality-wise, I would say Tomohisa is very kind, almost too perfect. He can also be a bit naive or just not used to what common people who are not as wealthy as his family would do. Nevertheless, he has a nice personality. I would put him in the A tier. Next is Ryuji. Ryuji Koreikuni is the other half of Kita Core and is known for his witty and devilish nature. Despite his petite build and preference for feminine clothes, he is determined to be recognized for who he is, not just as the son of a famous actor. Though he can seem distant, he becomes friendly and open with those he trusts, often hiding his true feelings behind snarky comments. Ryuji's passion lies in fashion and design, and he works hard to establish his own identity apart from his family's fame. Design-wise, he is very unique with his black and pink hair and bigger pink eyes. I don't like his hairstyle as much and I would put him in the B tier. Overall, personality-wise, Ryuji seems more honest than Tomohisa. He is not as kind and has more of a tsundere vibe to him, having more of an attitude. At the same time, he is very ambitious and cares deeply about his interests. I would put him in the B tier overall. I like Kitakori as a group. I don't tend to like their songs that much, but what I really like about them is their aesthetic. The black and pink with the white and blue, as well as how they get along with each other. They can be a bit plain to me though. I would put them in the B tier. Also a short information on the outfits here. I drew in one version in their regular idol uniform outfit and mirrored this, redrawing the hair and adding a second outfit, which is the blue Kaikan outfit, an outfit I have liked for a long time. I even drew some B Project characters in this outfit when I did the 6 fan arts challenge 9 times a while ago. Next is the group Thrive. The first member I'll talk about is Kento. Kento Aizame is the oldest member of B Project and is known for his flirtatious, narcissistic nature. With his tall stature and striking light blue hair, Kento pays meticulous attention to his appearance, especially his bangs. Despite his carefree attitude, he is observant but struggles with teamwork, often shifting blame to others. Kento's clumsiness, particularly with tasks requiring craftsmanship, contrasts with his confident demeanor. Though he frequently dates, he has difficulty understanding and expressing genuine love, revealing a hidden need for warmth and affection. Kento has blue hair and I like his hairstyle. The undercut short parts aren't my favorite, but it's nice. I like his eyes as well. I would put him in the S tier here. His personality is very flirtatious and outgoing. He is good with words and kind of likes to be in the spotlight, or at least he likes to be shown that you care about him. I would put him in the S tier. The next character is Yuta. Yuta Ashu is the lively and bubbly member of Thrive who often mediates disputes between Kento and Goshi. His energetic personality and childlike curiosity make him a warm presence in the group, though he can be mischievous at times. Despite his innocent appearance, complete with pink hair, freckles and fangs, Yuta can be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Though he struggles with self-doubt due to his clumsiness and sense of direction, he is dedicated to being an idol and deeply cares for his friends and fans. Yuta has strawberry pink hair, which is fluffy. I like his hairstyle as well. He has a bit bigger eyes and freckles, which I like. I would put him into the S tier here. Personality-wise, Yuta is energetic and outgoing. He's also wholesome and would kind of act as peacemaker between Kento and the member I'll talk about next. I would put Yuta in the A tier here. He can be a bit too energetic to me, but I like how nice he is. The third member would be Goshi. Goshi Kaneshiro is a talented musician known for his fluency in English, having honed his skills overseas. His tough exterior, characterized by a constant frown and preference for black clothing, hides a kind and dedicated personality. Despite his discomfort with idle activities, Goshi's passion for music is unwavering, showcasing his skills in composing and his absolute pitch. Often considered a workaholic, he prefers working solo, frequently retreating to play guitar alone. His stubbornness and strong opinions sometimes create tension within his group. Next is the design, and I don't like his short hair too much. His red eyes aren't my favorite as well. I would put him in the C tier here. Goshi is a rather cool and standoffish character, not showing when he cares about something. At the same time, he is very passionate and hardworking. I don't like how cold and kind of tough he acts too much, and I would put him in the B tier. For Thrive, I for example don't find their uniforms as visually pleasing as for Kitakora. The colors with the neon green and the dark purple are a bit extreme, but the outfits still are interesting. The members here can fight, which I don't like that much, but it also makes the group dynamic a bit more interesting. I like a lot of Thrive's songs. Overall, I'll put them in the S tier here. As with the previous idol groups I drew, I also added some elements fitting to each character around them. Here I drew in some elements that represent the characters' interests and hobbies. One element is their spirit animal according to the B Project Wiki as well. The regular outfit version has the character's spirit animal, their favorite food, if this was mentioned in the wiki, and other than this, some interests. The Kaikan version then has even more interests of the character. As for how I determined these elements, how I found out more about the characters, as mentioned I used the B Project fandom wiki site, a very helpful resource to me for this. The third group is Moons. We start with Kazuna as the first member. Kazuna Masunaga is the reluctant leader of Moons, known for his intelligence, kindness and willingness to listen to others. With his tall appearance, honey blonde hair and turquoise eyes, Kazuna often dresses casually in light colors. Though he embodies the qualities of an honor student, he has a competitive side and struggles with jealousy. Despite being reliable and capable, he suffers from low self-worth, often doubting his own value, even as others recognize his strengths. His determination to succeed can sometimes cloud his judgment. Kazuna kind of reminds me of a male Barbie version. He is very pretty, I like his blonde hair, his hairstyle is nice, but not my favorite. I like his eyes, they're very pretty. I would put him in the S tier. Kazuna is calm and reserved. He's very kind and kind of reminds me of Chongyun. I like him a lot and would put him in the S tier definitely. Next is Onsai. Momotaro Onsai is the enigmatic member of Moons, known for his psychic abilities and quiet, observant nature. With heterochromatic eyes, one red, the other blue, and a lean, graceful build, he exudes a mysterious aura. Though often misunderstood due to his lack of emotional expression, Momotaro is deeply compassionate and offers help when it's most needed, earning him the nickname Nightingale from his unit mates. He is passionate about his work and occasionally teases his friends, particularly enjoying making his bandmates laugh despite his reserved demeanor. Onsai's hairstyle is nice, it's unique and not my favorite since it's not that fluffy, but it fits to him. I don't like his hair color that much. I really like his face though. He has pretty eyes. Their unique colors also are nice. I would put him in the A tier here. Onsai has a calm personality, which I like. I also like that he pretty much never loses his cool and is pretty relaxed. He also appears very smart and intuitive. I would put him in the S tier. The third member of Moons I'll talk about is Mikado. Mikado Sekimura is a gentlemanly member of Moons, known for his politeness, intelligence and well-rounded knowledge. With dark brown hair, green eyes and his signature glasses, Mikado is rarely seen without his refined appearance. While he is smart, gentle and professional as an idol, he has a passionate, almost obsessive side when it comes to his love for the fictional magical girl Mamirin. His enthusiasm for anime and manga can make him even louder than his more energetic peers, revealing a surprising contrast to his usual demeanor. Mikado's hairstyle is okay to me, it's nothing too special. The brown hair color is nice but not something I particularly like a lot. Other than this, his face is fine again, not too outstanding. He does have glasses which I feel indifferent about. It doesn't make his design more or less nice to me. I would put him in the B tier. Mikado's obsession with anime is nice and unique. I like his rather logical personality. Other than this, he can be a bit too outgoing at times to me, and he for example drinks, which I don't like that much. Overall, I would put him in the B tier here. Next we have Nome Tatsuhiro. Nome is the athletic powerhouse of moons with a tall muscular build from his frequent gym visits. His short lilac hair, dark skin and distinct moles under his left eye make him stand out. Despite his calm and sometimes unapproachable demeanor, Tatsuhiro has a gentle and practical personality, always looking out for his friends. Though he's not entirely comfortable with all idle activities, he gives his best effort. Tatsuhiro struggles with talking to women, often becoming nervous when alone with them. I like Nome's hair color a lot. I don't like his hairstyle though, as it's pretty short. His face is okay, but he for example does not have as pretty eyes as Onsai or Kazuna. I would put Nome in the B tier. Nome has a nice, helpful personality. He's rather logical and calm, which I like, but also a bit boring. I would put him in the B tier. Next we have Hikaru. Hikaru Osari is the lively and energetic member of Moons, known for his ability to lift the spirits of those around him. With green hair partially tied in a ponytail and striking eyes with brown, green and yellow hues, Hikaru stands out both in appearance and personality. His cheerful and hardworking nature stems from his family background, and he's popular with children due to his experience with younger siblings. Despite his loud and clumsy demeanor, he hides a chronic illness, preferring not to be pitied and managing it with medication. Hikaru has an interesting hairstyle to me with the braid and bun. He doesn't really have two clear bangs, which I don't like that much, and hair color wise green also is not my favorite. His face other than this is nice. He has a bit bigger eyes, but unlike Onsai or Kazuna, he doesn't for example have additional lashes which make the eyes prettier to me. I would put him in the B tier here. Hikaru is a very outgoing, impulsive person who tends to act before he thinks. This means he's a fun person to be around, but can also be a bit exhausting to me. He is energetic, rather clumsy and naive, but also very wholesome. I would put him in the B tier. For the group moons here, I really like the group name. As I really like moons, my OC Yumari would be the moon guardian of his world, and Jack Frost, who has a deep connection to the moon, is one of my favorite characters, for example. I also really like the group dynamic. They all are pretty friendly towards each other, but they can also be a bit naive at times. Design-wise, their outfits are fine. I find the dark blue alright, but it's also a bit plain. Music-wise, Moon's songs are sometimes too light to me. I guess I prefer a bit edgier, more dramatic music also for ensemble stars, for example. I would put them in the A tier. Next, I'll share my top 10 favorite B Project songs. As with Instars and Hippomic, I listened to B Project songs as I drew their characters. You'll see the top 10 being displayed on screen here. I also listened to the songs before that, since I actually first watched the B Project anime in 2021 and listened to the songs. Back then, the third season of the anime wasn't released yet. Now when rewatching it, since I wanted to draw the characters, I also got to watch the third season, which was nice. After Moons, the fourth group I will talk about will be Killer King. We start with Yuduki. Yuduki Teramitsu is the older Karma twin of Killer King, known for his soft-spoken and gentle nature. With black hair and deep blue eyes, he has a delicate build and prefers comfortable clothing like sweaters. Unlike his outgoing sibling Haruhi, Yuduki is modest, down-to-earth, and enjoys peaceful activities such as reading and art. He often worries about his younger twin staying close to him to ensure his well-being. Yuduki is always eager to improve, taking advice from his seniors and helping wherever he can. I like Yuduki's hairstyle and longer hair in the back. His black hair color is nice to me as well. He has a pretty face to me too. I would put him in the S tier here. Yuduki has a calm, gentle personality, which is nice to me. He can also be a bit too naive and sensitive, which I don't like as much, but other than this, I like his personality and I would put him in the S tier. The next character is Yuduki's twin brother Haruhi. Haruhi Teramitsu is the extroverted and talkative twin of Killer King, known for his lively personality and love for the fashion brand Oshiris. He shares many physical traits with his older twin Yuduki, such as eye color and a mole on his neck, though Haruhi is blonde and his features are mirrored. Haruhi enjoys attention and takes pride in his accomplishments, often talking about them at length when praised. In stressful situations, he switches to speaking in English, a unique quirk that sets him apart. Haruhi has pretty much the same hairstyle as his brother, but blonde hair, and I prefer the black hair color here. He also doesn't have as many lashes around the eyes as Yuduki. Overall, I'd put Haruhi in the A tier here. Haruhi is a lot more outgoing than his brother. He is kind of the sunshine, while his brother is more like the moon. I find he can be a bit exhausting to be around, but I like how straightforward and honest he can be. He can be a bit weird, which if you've seen the anime, you probably know what I'm referring to, but also very fun to be around. I would put him in the B tier. After the twins of Killer King, let's move on to the group's leader, Akane next. Akane Fudo is the determined leader of Killer King, known for his strong willpower and dedication to making fans happy. Despite being one of the shortest members of B Project at 165 centimeters, Akane has a strong build and often dresses in sporty attire with his wavy orange hair and orange-blue eyes standing out. His gentle and friendly nature makes him approachable, but he harbors feelings of inferiority due to his exclusion from Thrive's debut. Akane is sensitive about his height and dislikes being called short. I don't particularly like Akane's hairstyle and hair color a lot, so design-wise I'd put him in the C tier. Akane has a pretty nice personality to me. He is rather energetic and outgoing, and also optimistic, which I like. However, I don't connect with him that much overall. I would put him in the B tier here. And as final member of Killer King, we have Miroku. Shingari Miroku is a quiet and serious member of Killer King, committed to personal growth and not being overshadowed by his seniors. Despite his young age, Miroku is one of the tallest in B Project, with a lean, muscular build from regular workouts. He has short grey hair, purple eyes with a turquoise tint, and a pierced ear conch on his left side. Miroku is often seen as distant due to his stoic demeanor, but he deeply cares for his friends. Known for his competitive and hardworking nature, he approaches every task with dedication, often researching and practicing until he masters it. Design-wise, Miroku has this short hair, which I don't like that much. The grey color of it is okay, but nothing special. For some reason, his design reminds me of Chongli. He has this orderly vibe similar to him. Overall, it's nice, but I would put him in the B tier here. Personality-wise, Miroku can be very strict and cold. I like how ambitious he is, but I don't understand how strict and perfectionistic he can be. I would put him in the A tier here. As for group Killer King, dynamic-wise they all get along, which is nice, but I don't like their designs that much. Brown is not a color I like too much. The pink is okay, but overall the warm colors are not my favorite. Their music is okay, some songs I like a lot, while others I don't. Overall, I'd put them in the C tier here. I like all of the groups a lot, but compared to the other ones here, I like Killer King the least. And next I would like to go over my favorite cards. Whenever I get into a fandom that has card illustrations like this, looking at them is fascinating and a lot of fun to me. I'm showing my top 10 cards on screen here. A few things I noticed about these would be that the colors included tend to be blue, purpley or pink, colors I myself like to also use in my art a lot. Other than this, what's important for me to like a card would be that the face and the expression doesn't look off, the character's outfit, the lighting within the illustration, as well as what's included in it, motif-wise also matters as well. That's it for all B Project idols. Which character do you like most, or do you in general know B Project? Are there any other idol anime you like? I've drawn Ensemble Stars and Hypnosis My characters before and would love to draw some more idol fanarts in the future. I also have these fanarts I drew previously as stickers on my shop. If you're interested to see some of my full screen recorded process videos, time lapses and full resolution images of my art, you can find this on my Patreon. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, bye.